These are the Daily Tech headlines for Thursday, December 12th, 2024. I'm Rob Dunwood. Google already alerts Android users if an unknown Find My Device compatible Bluetooth tracker is nearby. A new hardware update is adding 2 new features. Temporarily pause location is what users should do if they receive an unknown tracker notification. Find Nearby allows users to pinpoint the location of an unknown tracker when it is not seen or heard. By clicking on Unknown Tracker Notification, you can see a map of where the tracker was last spotted moving with you. From there, you can play a sound to see if you can locate it. Google says the owner will not be notified. If you can't find it, Find Nearby will connect your phone to the tracker over Bluetooth and display a shape that fills the closer you get to it. The Australian government is considering a new levy on social media giants and search engines that would impose a charge on platforms generating over $250 million annually in Australian revenue. This fee would be offset by any direct payments to publishers, incentivizing negotiations for commercial deals. The potential tax stems from Meta recently walking away from an existing agreement. Meta and Google struck deals in 2021 to pay Australian media companies, but Meta said this year that it would stop paying media companies as part of a retreat from news feeds globally. Telefonica, one of the largest mobile carriers in the world, has struck a deal with Fortnite maker Epic Games to pre-install the Epic Games Store on every new compatible Android phone it sells, including Samsung devices. This deal is part of a long-term partnership to bring the store and Fortnite to millions of users in the UK, Spain, Germany, and Latin America via O2 and Movistar networks. This deal marks the first time that Epic Store will be pre-installed on consumer phones. Hyundai's electric air taxi startup SuperNow is moving its headquarters from DC to California, and according to TechCrunch, the company has asked 35 to 40 people, or roughly 5% of its total workforce, to relocate. The change comes just a little more than a year after SuperNow opened a 28,000 square foot office in DC. Jaewon Shin, president of Hyundai Motor Group and CEO of SuperNow, said in a statement that the decision was made, quote, to enhance collaboration and communication across teams, end quote. The DC office will remain a hub of policy and regulatory efforts, Shin said, and the change will not affect SuperNow's goal of launching an eVTOL service in 2028. iOS 18.2 now allows iPhone 16 Pro users to record vocals while listening to an instrumental track without headphones. The microphone will technically pick up the instrumentals, but the iPhone 16's A18 Pro chip allows it to isolate vocals with advanced processing and machine learning, letting voice memos create a separate track with just your voice. The addition of layered recording should make voice memos even more useful to musicians and creators, especially since they sync the voice memos on Mac and iPad, letting you drop them into Logic Pro for editing. Harvard University has announced the release of a massive data set containing nearly 1 million public domain books. This data set, funded by tech giants Microsoft and OpenAI, is the result of the university's Institutional Data Initiative. The books, scanned as part of Google Books and now free of copyright restrictions, offer a rich resource to anyone to train large language models or other AI tools. The American Civil Liberties Union is voicing concerns about the use of AI in creating police reports. The watchdog highlighted the dangers of AI's usage in a white paper that stated the tech could produce errors and affect evidence and court cases. Police departments in California are using a program called Draft 1 from Axon to transcribe body camera recordings and create a first draft of police reports in misdemeanor cases. The ACLU, however, argues 4 points against the use of the technology, including the fact that AI is, quote, quirky and unreliable and prone to making up fact and is also biased, end quote. The ACLU also argues that an officer's memories of an incident should be memorialized, quote, before they are contaminated by an AI's body camera-based storytelling, end quote. Microsoft has quietly stopped letting users buy Skype phone numbers and letting users who already have them top up their accounts with credit. Instead, Skype is locking into SaaS mode, pushing users to take monthly subscriptions for regional and global Skype to phone plans for a set monthly fee, likely impacting millions of people. Microsoft never announced a change, which was only spotted last week in a forum response to a user that was unable to add credit to a Skype account. Microsoft confirmed to TechCrunch that it has permanently halted new sales of Skype credit and Skype numbers. Existing Skype phone numbers will continue to work, and existing Skype credit can still be used. And finally, Microsoft has started testing iPhone file sharing for Windows PCs. Microsoft's Phone Link app for iPhone using Windows insiders can now share a file from an iPhone to a PC and vice versa, making the experience a little more like file sharing with an Android device. The sharing works by using the share sheet on iOS to send files to the Link to Windows app, which then lets you select a Windows device to share the file with. On a PC, a user can share local files by right-clicking on a file and selecting Share and then My Phone to get a file from your PC to your iPhone. For more analysis of the tech news of the day, subscribe to dailytechnewsshow.com. And if you enjoy the show, remember to tell a friend to check us out. Thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next time.